Welcome to Talking About Kids. I am your host, R. Bradley Snyder, researcher, activist, and author of The 5 Simple Truths of Raising Kids. Talking About Kids is sponsored in part by the Arizona Department of Health Services Must Stop Bullying campaign through its Title V Maternal and Child Health Program. For more information, go to muststopbullying.org. In her 1985 essay, Poetry is Not a Luxury, Audre Lorde argues that poetry is how we, as humans, access a knowledge that is deeper within us than conscious thought. It is a prescient essay, one that the neuroscience specifically of things like intergenerational trauma and childhood trauma, is now only beginning to understand. In honor of her assertion that poetry is how we access that deeper knowledge, I am using these mini holiday episodes of Talking About Kids to look at poetry about this winter season to see if it contains some things that you as listeners might find inspirational in your role as a parent, caregiver, teacher, or direct service provider. And for this episode, I'm going to look at a poem by Joy Harjo, who was the U.S. Poet Laureate from 2019 to 2022. It's about gatherings, and it's called Perhaps the World Ends Here. Perhaps the World Ends Here by Joy Harjo. The world begins at a kitchen table. No matter what, we must eat to live. The gifts of earth are brought and prepared, set on the table. So it has been since creation, and it will go on. We chase chickens or dogs away from it. Babies teethe at the corners. They scrape their knees under it. It is here that children are given instructions on what it means to be human. We make men at it. We make women. At this table we gossip, recall enemies, and the ghosts of lovers. Our dreams drink coffee with us as they put their arms around our children. They laugh with us at our poor falling down selves, and as we put ourselves back together once again at the table. This table has been a house in the rain, an umbrella in the sun. Wars have begun and ended at this table. It is a place to hide in the shadow of terror, a place to celebrate at the terrible victory. We have given birth on this table and have prepared our parents for burial here. At this table, we sing with joy, with sorrow. We pray of suffering and remorse. We give thanks. Perhaps the world will end at this table while we are laughing and crying, eating of the last sweet bite. You can find a link to the poem at talkingaboutkids.com. Full-length Talking About Kids episodes return at the end of January. The Talking About Kids theme song is by the Senators. For more of their music, go to thesenatorsmusic.com. And remember, kids are young goats and young humans, and the difference is that young goats are easier to manage.